Hi, I'm Tuomas Kuusniemi and welcome to my YouTube channel, where I usually talk about role-playing games in Finnish, sort of musings, layman analyses, and so on. But this is my research log, which I'm doing in English, for the simple reason that I'm doing my field is English philology, Go Toki, and everything I write and read and do my work in and through is in English, including the terminology. So if I did this in Finnish, the terminology would anyway be in English, and the end result would be terrible. My translator's heart weeps at the idea. Now, the purpose of this series is for me to verbalize my thoughts and ideas about Nexus Analysis and its application to role-playing games. I'm doing my master's thesis, which in Finland is the thing that allows you to call yourself a postgraduate. If you haven't done your master's thesis, you're an undergraduate and you're never getting any funding. I'm not really sure if I'm going to the postgraduate thing, but yeah, okay, that's another topic entirely, and time will tell. Now, I've been trying to finish a master's thesis for, oh good gods, it's over 10 years. Various setbacks, health issues. I tried to. One of my topics was The Secret World, MMORPG, Nexus Analysis of that. Only it went away, basically. I think it still sort of exists. The servers might still exist, but now it's Secret World Legends, where the gameplay is entirely different, and you have to start all over again. And I didn't enjoy the gameplay anymore, so ditched that. Then I participated last year in a material gathering thing for Nexus Analysis at the University of Oulu. And we played Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And Nexus Analysis is a nifty bit of investigations of discourse about how and why people do what they do in social situations. Now, this is simply a YouTube vlog, I suppose. I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to be wrong about so many things over the course of this project, because I'm sort of getting into Nexus Analysis. The field itself isn't quite fully developed yet anyway, so it's a fluid situation. And I've done some conversation analysis, discourse analysis, interaction analysis, that sort of thing, earlier on in my studies, but that was sort of a dip into the immense pool that is all sorts of studies and research of human interaction. Now, what draws me to Nexus Analysis is the sort of Nexus part. The idea and the name comes from a social action being a nexus of historical bodies. That when you look at social interaction, a certain sort of event, or there's probably a term for it that I haven't yet mastered, of social action where people interact with each other or with their environment. Good God. It is seen as an intersection or nexus of prior experience, motivations, agendas, by the people who are participating, by the people who affected the scene, the setting, the environment. When studying Dungeons and a game of Dungeons and Dragons, I'll have to consider the game designers as participants in this, because they've participated in the discourse by writing the rulebook on which the game relies. Now, this is why I need this. I need this vlog to sort of straighten it all out in my head and come up with ideas and insights, hopefully, into the field. Also, it lets my supervisors keep tabs on my progress, and also for me to get a proper schedule in. But Nexus Analysis is a nebulous thing, sort of like role-playing games are as well. Role-playing games they're very difficult to describe, and that makes Nexus Analysis, I think, the right tool for getting a lot out of studying role-playing games. Nexus Analysis assumes participation on part of the researcher. It's an ethnographic approach. It's because a game isn't, when talking about game, that the thing you play, it's not the rules. It's not a set of characters on a page. It's an event. It's a social action or a series thereof. The actual game occurs in conversation, in discourse. And then there are lots and lots of different layers that could be studied. I'm trying very hard not to study all of it, because that's a swamp I don't want to dive into at this point. If I want to make this a career for some reason, then yeah, fine. I'll gladly dive in there. But for a master's thesis, just to graduate, and trying not to. I'm trying not to get too enthusiastic about this topic. Now, I will be trying to make these regular, these videos, but I can't promise anything, because it relies on the progress of the work. But then again, at least it's something that I myself can regulate. For instance, my Game Masters blogs about my Star Trek Adventures campaign, well, that requires us to have played. And my discussion with Jonir, that is reliant on Jonir and his hectic schedule. But this I can do, and maybe, just maybe, with you, camera and supposed audience, staring back at me, I can maintain a schedule and keep up my enthusiasm. Because there will be, it will start to flag at some point, and maybe this can stimulate me. It's usually a good idea to have a written journal, which I do intend to do. Well, I do. But I've noticed a thing about myself and writing, that I put way too much effort into the aesthetics of text when I write. And that's not a very productive way of doing research notes. I'm not trying to be artistic there. It's I should be going for a different register. while I'm talking to a camera, then I muse along. I can't sort of fine tune what I say. That's oh, a rambling warning, by the way. These will be ramblings, and there will be tangents, and that's sort of the point of realizing something important out of all the jumble and nebulous stuff that is roiling inside my brain. So, studying discourse through discourse, very meta, and that's it. I'll keep posting these, hopefully regularly, possibly on Fridays, and I'll see you next time, and until then, game on.